welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 7th chapter of Grade 7 English Grammar and we will explore the topic Modal Auxiliaries. Before we go further, let's understand what are modal auxiliaries. Well, these are those special verbs which adds meaning to the main verbs. That means they help us to understand the mood and the attitude of the main verbs in the statement. They help us to understand the statement's ability, sometimes possibility of the things, permissions, obligations, and necessity. It is a very interesting topic and you will have lots of fun understanding this. So, before this topic ends, we will be able to identify modal auxiliaries, summarize the use of them, and will be able to construct sentences using modal auxiliaries to convey different meanings. Before we go further, let's study and read the following example. Could you pick up some groceries on your way home? This statement is expressing or asking the ability to do something. In response to this, the boy replies, I may not have time tonight, but I can do it tomorrow morning. When the boy said, I may not have time, that means a possibility that I might not have time to do it today, but I have certainly the ability or I can do it tomorrow morning. So, the modal auxiliaries are those special verbs which help us to express the possibility, the ability, permission, obligation, and many more in the sentences. They are very helpful for the main verbs because they expresses moods and attitudes. So, words like can, may, could, might, all of these comes under modal auxiliaries. We will dive deeper and study uses of each modal auxiliaries. Can, could. Can is used to express ability. Can is also used to express permission. And can is sometimes used to even ask permission. For example, he can solve this problem. This sentence, the verb can in this sentence is expressing the ability. That means he is able to solve this problem. In the sentence, can I come at 3 p.m. tomorrow? In this particular sentence, the person is asking for permission. That means this is used to express permission. What is the sentence saying? It is asking, am I allowed to come at 3 p.m. tomorrow? So this is used for permission. And sometimes the words like could is also used for past ability and seek permission. For example, he could ride a bicycle when he was a child. Could we play cricket here? So, words like can and could both are used to express ability. Can is used to express ability in the present. Could is used to express ability in the past. Can and could both are used to seek permission, but it may vary sentence to sentence. Now we will study about our next modal auxiliaries, which is may. You must have observed it in your classrooms or in school, we often use may a lot. For example, may I come in? And then teacher also replies, yes, you may. So may is used in both scenarios, even to give permission or to seek permission. So, in both the cases, may can be used. Now, how do we understand the difference between may and can? Because both can and may can be used to seek permission. So, may is mostly used to seek permission from our elders, teachers, officers, or someone in the authority with us. But can be used with friends and equals. So can and may both are being used to seek permission, but may is more formal than can. May is also used to express hope, prayer, wish. For example, may God bless you with success. Might. Might is used to express the slight possibility. For example, I might go to Ooty next week. Now, what is the major difference between the may and might? Is that may is expressing the possibility which may happen, and also when you're seeking permission from your elders. May is also used to give permission, right? But might is used when there is a slight possibility of something. For example, I might go to Ooty next week. That means I might go and I might not go. But when we are sure that we are going to visit Ooty next week, then we say we may go to Ooty for a family trip next week. So that is the difference between may and might. May is also used for the possibility that may arise, but might is used when the possibility is slightest. Alright? Next, might is also used when the chances of something happening are less or rare. As we were just discussing, then when there is a slight possibility of something, we use might. For example, she never took any interest in studies, but she might pass. Okay? That means that she never took any interest in the studies, but she might pass. But that means there is a slight possibility of something. Might is used as a past tense of may in the indirect speech as well. It is similar with can and could as well. Can is the present tense and could is the past tense of can. Similarly, may is used in the present tense and might is the past tense of may. Our next modal auxiliary is will, shall. Will with the first person I or we expresses willingness, promise, determination. For example, I will write as soon as I can. So here, the determination and the willingness is being expressed by will. Will with the second or the third person, like you, he, she, expresses the future time. For example, he will be 13 next month. He will go to school this week. So whenever you use will with the first person, means I or we, that expresses determination or willingness to do something. But when we use will with the second person, like you, he, she, that means something that is going to happen in the future. Will is used to express a polite request in a question form. For example, will you close the window? Will you please pass me this book? So will is also kind of a polite request that you use formally or informally with friends or teachers. Shall. Shall with the first person, like I, we, expresses the future time. For example, we shall listen to the podcast tomorrow. Shall with the second person, like you, and the third person, he, she, it, they, expresses command or promise. For example, you shall get the first prize. So, will, when it is used with the first person, it expresses determination. Shall, when it is used with the first person, it expresses the future time. Will, when it is used with the second person and the third person, it expresses something in the future. So, will with the second or third person expresses the future time, whereas shall with the second and third person expresses command or promise. Shall is also used to express offer of service or suggestion in a question form. For example, shall we complete this project? So, shall is mostly used when you're expressing offer of service, or you are just asking or giving a suggestion in the question form. In those scenarios, we use shall. Now, would, should. She advised me that I should coach the team. Now, as I already explained you that would and should are past tense forms of will and shall. That means, in this example, she advised me that I should coach the team. Now, this is a suggestion to do something. We use shall in the same scenario, like when we are offering a service, when it is an offer for service or suggestion in a question form, we use shall in that case. But when we have to use them in the past tense, then we use should. Therefore, we may use shall in this sentence like, she advised me that I shall coach the team. But since the verb is in the past tense, advice is advised, she advised me that I should coach the team. Let's look at the second example. Would with second person is used to express a polite request. For example, would you pardon me? So, when we use would with a second person, it is also known as a polite request. Would you pardon me? Like that. Would is also used to express habitual action in the past. For example, when I was young, I would climb trees easily. When I was young, I could run for 12 kilometers easily. So, would is also used to express the habitual action in the past. Should is used to express obligation. We should help the poor. We should save the environment. So, when there is an obligation, when we are required to express an obligation, we use should. Next, we will discuss modal auxiliaries, must and ought to. Must is used to express strong obligation or compulsion. For example, we must take a break. We must wear helmets while driving the motorcycle. So, must expresses the obligation. Ought to is used to express the obligation as well. For example, you ought to take your medicines. So, both the words must and ought to, they both express obligation. Must express the stronger obligation, which is sort of a compulsion. Whereas ought to is not a sort of a compulsion, but it is a slightest obligation. For example, you ought to take your medicines. That means if you have to recover yourself, you have to take your medicines. So it's not a stronger compulsion, but must is used when it is a stronger compulsion. So this was all about modal auxiliaries. In this lesson, we did modal auxiliaries which were may, might, can, could, would, should, ought to, and must. All of these modal auxiliaries determine or expresses different moods. For example, some express stronger compulsion, some express strong possibility, some of them express slighter possibilities, some of them express stronger ability, some of them express determination or willingness to do something. And all of these words help the main verbs to express the moods in the sentences. So this was all about modal auxiliaries. Please keep revising them and stay tuned for our next video lecture. Thank you.